Hello there, people of the internet. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. Today I am out here with my muzzle loader. This right here is a Jakar, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. A 45 caliber, obviously plains rifle look-alike from Spain. And I was out here shooting this earlier, as a matter of fact. I made a pretty fun video about it. But I was left curious, and I figure since I've already got this thing all dirty and sooty, and I got to go through and clean it now anyway because black powder is always corrosive and, you know, it needs to be cleaned. I figured since I have to clean it anyway, I'd go ahead and I'd make this video and talk about black powder and what it is that we're going to actually be doing today. So, real quick, sorry for the interruption, but I'm trying to get Patreon and Utreon support to assist me with making more content like what you're watching right here. So, if you want to help me make more content and make it more often, then Utreon and Patreon links are in the description below. Obviously, the things I'm doing here are not free, and much of it is not cheap. So, I would like to be able to do more, but I need support to do it. So like I said, links below. Black powder, unlike smokeless powder, which is what most of gun users are used to nowadays, black powder is more of an explosive style, whereas smokeless powder would be considered more of a propellant than it would be an explosive. Many years ago, whenever mankind had first discovered black powder, it was, of course, you know, known that it was an explosive, but it was quickly discovered that if that explosive were to be contained inside of some kind of tube and something were to be put, you know, in front of those explosives in that tube, then whenever those explosives explode, they would launch whatever is in front of it out of that tube in whatever direction it's supposed to go in. And just like that, we had black powder firearms. Everybody just kind of got some tubes, and they needed some way to launch a projectile in some kind of direction, and they needed a way to ignite the black powder source. So whether you're using a matchlock or a flintlock, or in this particular case, we're using a percussion cap rifle here, you need a way to ignite the black powder and send the projectile down your tube and out of the tube and towards whatever it is that you're wanting to hit. It's a pretty simple concept, and the development of smokeless powder and whatnot, smokeless powder is an entirely different beast. There's something running around on my camera there, and there it goes. It seems, what are you trying to do? Go somewhere else. But today we're out here with this black powder muzzle loader, and I actually have a couple of gallon jugs here. Normally whenever I'm out here and I'm, you know, just out here plinking steel with my, well, basically any of my muzzle loaders, unless it's like a handgun. Basically any of my rifle muzzle loaders, what I'll do is I'll load 30 grains of black powder, and that's more than enough to go plinking steel. If I was going to be going out hunting, I probably wouldn't be using a round ball, and I'd probably use something more like 60 or 70 grains of black powder to have, you know, much more adequate power downrange. Then I would be using like the 30 grains, but like I said, just clinking steel, 30 grains is plenty. So what I want to do today actually is I have some gallon jugs of water, and I'm gonna shoot these. I have round ball 4.52 diameter bullets, and I'm going to shoot these using 30 grains and 60 grains, and I want to see what the difference is. And I figured I'd go ahead and record it, since, you know, most of what I do on this channel is me just recording stupid shit that I'm doing. I will not be using patches for this, because I will not be using patches for this. And somebody's gonna go down in the comments and yell at me for it, but hey, they're lubricated bullets, I'll be fine. Okay, let's see. Let me go ahead and load myself up here and get everything going prim and proper. Okay, so this is a very simple 30 grains of powder. Go ahead and angle you guys down a little bit. Hopefully you can see that water there. Okay, you guys should be able to see both me and the jug of water there. This is 30 grains of powder and a 4.52 diameter ball, and this is me just seeing how effective this would be against a jug of water. And then after this, I'll bump it up to 60 grains, and I want to see what the difference is. So here we go, simple 30. Well, that was definitely pretty effective. That was way more effective than I was expecting. It actually did some damage, my goodness. Okay, I gotta say I am legitimately impressed with how this round ball performed. Because I'm not sure which is the entrance and which is the exit, but we have a massive hole on both sides of this jug. We definitely put some energy into this water. That was incredible and way better than I was expecting. I'm gonna load up same projectile, 0.2 or 0.452, and 60 grains of powder this time. And I wanna see what the difference is. Okay, this is more of a standard load, 60 grains of black powder. I'm curious to see what it's gonna do to this water jug. Let me go ahead and move this water jug just a little bit. And standard round ball, 452 diameter. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully this does not make the gun detonate, but I'm expecting quite the bang. Let's do it. Oh my goodness. Huh, that was significantly more power. That was actually quite the potent, powerful round. Let's take a look at that water jug. Oh God. Okay, so taking a look at these two right here, same projectile, 30 grains of black powder, 60 grains of black powder. That is a significant difference. That was actually pretty incredible, I won't lie. That was actually a lot of fun. I've never used more than 50 in this rifle, but I imagine that I could bump it up to probably about 70, potentially even 80 without having any issues. But 60 is quite the powerhouse. I would not want to get hit with this rifle and 60 grains of black powder. You know, I have my steel target out there. I know what it looks like whenever I clink it with 30 grains of black powder, but I've never smacked it with 60. I bet you see where this is going. Okay, here we go, 60 grains of powder. I'm just gonna hit the steel. Normally with 30 grain, it just kind of puts a dot on the steel. I want to see what this looks like. That, I think, is freshly painted. If not, it's pretty damn close to freshly painted. Huh. I'm not even sure if I hit it. Let me water down there and find out. Okay, well, I did hit it. I just hit it a little low. So guess what I did? I reloaded. Guess what I did? There's more ammunition. All right, so same exact thing, 60 rounds of powder. I like the way that it looked because it doesn't just look like a dot on the target now. Now it looks like something actually smacked into it. So I'm gonna aim a little bit higher. This thing right here seems to hit a little low. There we go, I know for a fact. Ah, dude, that was dead center, hell yeah. I'm gonna wander down there and have a look at that. Okay, so earlier in a video that I'll probably put up before this one, I was making shots with 30 grains of black powder out at a distance using different size balls and whatnot, and I got sporadic results. So I wanna see if bumping it up to 60 grains of black powder will increase my accuracy. I'm sure that it will, because we were definitely hitting quite a deal low at this distance just from, 30 grains of black powder at 100 yards. That's not really going to be all that effective, even if you do hit your target. And I imagine that with that bullet not exactly scooting along very quickly, I doubt that the accuracy was going to be very impressive anyway. But now this is 60 grains of black powder that we got loaded into this bad boy. And just for fun, I want to send a shot downrange and see if we hit our target. All right, well, I saw the steel move. I think I hit just the right side, but I did hit the steel. Hell yeah, that's what I call a good time. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, or just deranged psychopaths who enjoy watching my stuff, thanks for watching, folks. I do appreciate your time. That thing is alive. There's a living thing right there. I'll let that living thing do what it does. I have to go clean this muzzle loader I was using 4.57 diameter projectiles earlier, just as the test that I was doing, but now 4.52 is getting difficult to cram down the barreling. I don't want to risk any kind of overpressure. I've got probably about, oh, I don't know, 20 or so rounds through this thing now, maybe 25 approximately, somewhere in that range. So it's about time to get the fouling out. Could you calm down? I'm trying to make a video here. It's about time to get the fouling out and clean up that barrel a little bit. I mean, I got to do that anyway to prevent rust and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and probably take care of that. Thanks for watching, folks. I do appreciate your time. I'm going to wander down there, see where I hit my target, but I think I can see it from here. And it looks like I was aiming center, and I hit probably about 3 inches to the left. And with round ball, that's still not bad at 100 yards or so. So I'm going to chalk that up as a win. I'll have to try this with like actual style, like actual conical style bullets. Ones that are a little bit more aerodynamic than the round ball that I'm using here. All right, well, subscribe to the video or subscribe to the channel, like the video. Description down below has a link to all sorts of stuff. Go ahead and go check that out. I kind of want to see what this does to a piece of wood. Oh, do I have any wood to spare? This might not be the end of the video, folks. Okay, so downrange here, we have this tree, this one right here. And I mean, I've shot this one several times, and I got like screws in it for holding up the camera for whenever I'm doing range shooting back here. It's a good tree. It has served me well. And, well, I have no idea if this soft lead round ball projectile with 60 grams of black powder is going to actually pass through that thing. But I am going to shoot that tree, and we're going to see if this happens to make it through. I don't think it's going to make it through, honestly. I feel like if I had like an actual copper jacketed projectile, like one of those fancy hollow point hunting loads, but like a full metal jacket, I feel like if I had something like that, something that wasn't soft lead, we'd have a better chance of going through that tree. But we won't know till we pull this trigger. We go ahead and cock our hammer back and let her rip here. Oh my God, that is a hell of a hole. Get out of this dust. Okay, we did not make it through the tree, but damn, was that one hell of a hole. Yeah, I don't see any exit wounds whatsoever. And it makes sense with the soft lead that we're using. It's literally just soft lead round ball. But there we go. That is the hole that we made. I have no idea how deep it is, but I am impressed with that, honestly. I am very impressed with that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now this is officially the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. Poor man's Garen. It's a shame that bolt-action shotguns aren't more mainstream.